All right, so I've heard a lot about these migrants being, illegal migrants being dropped off at Kamala Harris's home. So now you have places like Washington State and all these other sanctuary cities. They're starting to complain that they can't house all these illegal migrants because they don't have the capacity. Well, how do you think these cities in Texas feel that are on the border between Mexico and Texas? Do you think they can bear the brunt of all these illegal aliens? No, but you're forcing them to. And now the Texas governor's just bussing a fragment of that problem on your back door and you can't handle it. And now you're complaining about it. All right, so this Jareen Picard person, she talked about how the Republicans are using immigrants as a political tool. Yeah, they are. Why? They're trying to raise awareness of what they have to deal with on a daily basis. And the only way they can do that is by dropping a fragment of that problem on your back door. And in my personal opinion, the Democrats are using illegal migrants as a political ploy too, because in Texas, it's mostly a red state. Barring a few cities, I think Dallas and Austin, which were taken over by people fleeing California, and then they implemented their own leftist policies, and now Austin and Dallas are going down the drain. I might be mistaken, but that's what I've heard. So that's one way the Democrats are using illegal migrants. They're trying to turn Texas blue. Another way, again, who pays for all these illegal migrants in Texas? Maybe the federal government, but I'm pretty sure it'd be the Texas government paying for it too. Then, of course, wherever you have mass uncontrolled immigration, like all these illegals, you get crime too. Drug trafficking, uh, human trafficking. And another way the Democrats are using these illegal migrants, well, Biden said it best himself.
Hispanic communities, and the wave still continues. It's not going to stop, nor should we want it to stop. As a matter of fact, it's one of the things I think we can be most proud of. So there's a second thing in that black box: an unrelenting stream of immigration, nonstop. Folks like me who were Caucasian of European descent, for the first time in 2017, will be in an absolute minority in the United States of America. Absolute minority. Fewer than 50% of the people in America from then and on will be white European stock. That's not a bad thing.
So right here in this video from 2017, he said it himself, an unrelenting stream of migration. And it's not a bad thing. So yeah, they don't want it to stop. And why don't they want it to stop? Well, just look at this voter graph. 58% of the white population voted Republican, Trump. 8% of the black population voted Trump. Like 29% of the Hispanic. So yeah, South American, Hispanic. There you go, the rest are Democrat. That's how the Democrats want to stay in power. And you can hear the Biden and the Korean Picards, they're talking about MAGA all the time. Yeah, because they're afraid of MAGA. They're afraid of Trump. They're afraid that it might form into its own party. If that were to happen, the Republican Party would be decimated. The Democrats would actually have a political threat. Republicans aren't a political threat because Republican or Democrat, all they care about is stuff in their own pockets because they're politicians. So the Republicans and Democrats, one hand washes the other. But a MAGA party, that would put a stop to that. So in summary, all these lefties that are complaining about these migrants being dropped off in their state, well, it's kind of ironic. You didn't care when they were flooding into Texas. Anyway, that's it for my little ramble. Take care.